Hello?
Hello, who's this?
This Sanchez. What up, Captain? I'm live. I'm live right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now you try to put me on the spot, huh?
No, I'm saying you running from me and you on this motherfucker popping like I don't exist with these niggas and they cackling and all that. I want to set a debate up and we can do it on Sarnetta.
When you say I'm running, wait, I just want to clarify. What you mean say I'm running? I don't know if us ever having a conversation to actually do anything together. Why would you start off by saying I'm running? I mean, I know we talk trash, but if we're going to talk trash, let it be accurate trash.
Okay, so listen, I'm going in on the Hebrews in general. I'm roasting y'all. I'm calling out for a debate to smoke. Now check it out, right? Y'all ain't no strangers to this turned up HOK energy. This the toughest environment to be in, so I'm gonna make it tough for y'all. So check this.
No tougher than me.
Right. So check this out. We did speak on the phone with Sarnetta and was supposed to do a debate, but what happened about that? Why didn't we do that? I still wanted to do that. What happened with that?
Shit, you would have to tell me. I know we spoke on the phone before, but I don't think it was about a debate. It was about something to do with some type of respect or something like that. I don't think it had anything to do with a debate at the time.
It was
again. I'm not against the debate, but you just got to tell me what would it be? Like you attacking Hebrews.
okay.
I mean, what does that even mean? You're not impressing me yet. So
okay. I got three things. Well, I got a couple of points that we need to debate on. One is that the Hebrew doctrine or the Hebrew faith, the original Hebrew symbolism and all that, it originates in Africa. That's something that you and Zion Letts was arguing about, saying that the Dogon can't be Hebrews or something. I'm going to prove to you that the Dogon gave y'all all y'all symbolism and that y'all can't escape Africa as your origins or Egypt. I'm going to prove that because you know Moses was learned in the way of the Egyptians and that's your forefathers. So that's basically a checkmate right there. I'm giving you my hand. Now check this out. That's one point.
That's a terrible hand so far.
Oh yeah, I'm going to prove to you that what you involved with originated in Africa, and that when you told that African boy that he wasn't your brother, you was.
I ain't say he wasn't my brother. I said he couldn't eat he couldn't come to my cookout. That's what I said.
Oh, my bad. I apologize, everybody. He said he couldn't come to the cookout. Well, look,
yeah, he can't come to cookout.
I'm going to prove that your beef toward Africans ain't got nothing to do with what the Bible telling y'all to do. That's something y'all doing. It is anti-biblical. It's come from the synagogue of Satan. I'm going to prove that y'all are false followers of the God of the Bible, and y'all are a rogue group of chocolate-coated Christians that come from out the neo-pagan movement. That's what I'm going to prove.
Gotcha. So now, without the Bible, my beef with Africans is the motherfucking sodas. Whether we consider is language okay? I don't want to.
Yeah, you can. Hey, guess what? If you got time, you can pull up on me. I hit your cash app for your time or whatever. And if you,
I'm in the middle of packing orders.
Okay.
So let me see. Maybe I could come in. I don't know how much time I could do. Text me the link, and I'll come in for a little. But I gotta pack my orders while I'm talking to you. Is that cool?
That's cool. That's cool. I'm a
All right, text me the link. I'll come in.
Okay, for sure. All right. Much respect to Captain, man. Now look, notice now in my roasting here, I'm not being personal attacking, but I am roasting the fat weight. You're out of shape, which I think I'm a fan of fat shaming. I think it's going to make your ass go work out. Now, check this out. I'm going to stand on everything I said. I think all of his leaders are fat guys that's incels that are using the Bible to prey on young, innocent-minded girls who starting to have sex and stuff, and that they got multiple wives and shit all around. Listen, I ain't going to bite my tongue. I'm going to listen. Tazaryach want the clout and the fame. Here go the questions niggas should be asking. I'm not none of them niggas on viral hip hop news. I'm not none of them niggas that's gonna just laugh in your face and cackle. I'm gonna ask the real shit about your cult, about this cult that you got. And I also want to prove to them that when they go against flat earth, they going against the Bible. The Bible said that the earth was a circle, not a globe. So they like, and this is a prime example of Hebrews bending and twisting the Bible to make it be what they want it to be. Because the Bible speak about a flat earth. And I'm going to prove, too, that the symbolism associated with the Hebrew faith, and I should say the black Christians, I shouldn't even be calling them the black Hebrews, because you heard what that rabbi said. That rabbi said what I've been telling y'all, that these dudes are a bunch of imposters. And guess what? I'm going to get that rabbi on my show. I'm going to reach out to him. I'm about to make a whole alliance with these rabbis, man. I see that they my peoples, baby. Yeah, man, this is my brother right here, man. Shout out to our Rabbi Yaron Reuven.
So the black Hebrew Israelites are asking, why no respect, Rabbi? We're Jews. You guys stole our identity. And we say, you're still Christian. You just have a new argument.
Right, I call them chocolate-coated Christians, Rabbi. Man, much love to this rabbi. I got to go ahead and reach out to all of the rabbis out there that's telling these niggas to quit stealing y'all identity, man. Stealing these people's identity, and you don't even look right, and you out of shape with it. And then they are fake Hebrews. And let me email him the link. I got so much smoke, boy. I got smoke. Let me email. Okay. Let me email this link. Yeah, and he got to speak on, I'm going to ask him about the marriages and all that. Because the Bible said you can have multiple wives and they can live in different houses. Tough as not Tazaryach said on this interview, he got everybody running. He the man of the conscious community, so he can handle a little smoke. I just sent them the link, so we waiting on them to hop on. And I'm telling you right now, dog. And listen, I'm gonna be very respectful to Tazaryach, like I told you. He know I ain't scared to pull up on these Hebrews. Now, listen, my thing is this right here. My smoke for the Hebrews is a whole bunch of shit. And if Captain Tazaryach willing to sit down and we can respectfully speak on it, then that's what's up. He earned respect. But I'm still going to make fat jokes. I don't think fat jokes is off the table. What y'all think? Is that doing too much? I gotta have some kind of comedy, man, and let's make the fat guys the butt of the joke, you know? It's an easy target, right? Ain't nothing wrong with the fat women, though. Let's drop a bomb for Liz, or we gonna be sexist with this, right? The men is the protectors and warriors. You gotta be in shape. I'm just bullshitting. You women got to be in shape, too. Here go the brother coming on right now. Salutes. He earned respect for that. Like I said, a brother used to this smoke. Yeah, Tazaryach, thanks for coming on. I made a lot of different passionate points about the Hebrews and smoke that I got. And I'm sure that a lot of things I'm about to bring up have been brought to you before. Now, listen, right. I called you the clout chasing Hebrew. You know why? Why? You know what? Because you the only Hebrew out of all the Hebrews that be linking up with like the gangsters, the rappers, the no jumpers, the fucking like that element of the like. Even I think what you going through now with Atlanta or whatever, money bag mafia or whatever, like you
See the shirt? Look, I'm even supporting the brother brand. I copped this shirt. You know what I mean? It's a good.
I know what angle you about to come at with this, about supporting black brothers and all that, but I'm saying you supporting evil though, and you supposed to be a man of the that's standing on something on a moral book though.
Right. That's true.
So why would you want to be linked up with WAC 100?
Okay, all right. So now I'm some questions I'm gonna just tell you flat out. Some I'm gonna give you a biblical answer, right? So when Christ was on the scene, you consider Christ a righteous man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now when Christ was fit with sinners and publicans, similar to what you're saying, is what the Pharisees would say about Christ. And I just want to read this. This is Matthew 9 and 10. It says, "And it came to pass as Jesus sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and the disciples. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto the disciples, Why eateth your master with publicans and sinners? But when Jesus heard that, he said to them, They that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. Go ye and learn what meaneth that I will have mercy and will not sacrifice, for I'm not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance." So, yeah, give me a second. So, what the point of me going into spaces like the WAC 100s, the Jesse Lee Petersons and stuff like that, is because at one time, that's where I was at. Now, I wasn't ever in like no blood or gang or nothing like that, but at one time I was in the street. One time somebody else might have been in the street. At one time we was living all different kind of lives. So now if we reject them and say, "Oh, y'all sinners," and then go into the church or go into that environment, aren't they sinners too? So we have to go where everybody is at. So I'll go into any space where my people is at. And if I could just add one more thing, when you talk about, you say I'm a clout chaser, you just called me, nigga. You clout chasing. I didn't call you. You called me. So we talking about clout chasing. I think everything is clout. I don't think anything we do is not without clout. So if somebody say you a clout chaser because you're trying to build this truth, they're correct. I am trying to go any environment where my voice could be heard and black people can hear me say, "We the children of Israel." Like, it's not like when you see me with WAC 100, I become a gang member. I'm still an Israelite. Or I'll go in Jesse Lee Peterson and become him. I'm still an Israelite. When I got with Money Back, even the skit that I don't know, did you see the skit I shot? Did you see a little comedy skit?
Not yet.
There's a comedy skit me and Moneybag Mafia did. So how I met him was he did a skit on Israelites. So that's how we kind of met. So when I was in Atlanta, the skit that we shot was he walking with the white woman. He walked past us, and then you hear the little Israelite jargon, and then I smack him. And when I smack him into an Israelite garment, and he leave the white bitch alone. So even in comedy, these are all different fishing methods to bring people closer to the Most High, which is the point.
I'm saying though, now my thing is this. You said I'm clout chasing. I ain't gonna lie. What I'm doing is I was looking at your video interview on Viral Hip Hop or whatever. You was really boasting like you that guy in the conscious community. And I'm like, bro, but listen though, but you're I can't believe you're gonna come up here and lie like we didn't supposed to have a debate. I actually made videos about this before that. Damn it, why Captain Tazaryach turned the debate down and I had to battle Guerrilla Hebrew after that. Now listen, I don't know why. I don't know if it was you or Sarnetta, but we were supposed to have a debate and it didn't happen.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say, Sanchez. I'm not saying we never had the conversation. We did have a conversation. I just can't remember what it was about. So I'm not saying that when I brought up the clout chasing part, you called me a clout chaser. So I was just pointing out you called me today. But I think it's all clout. I don't have a problem with chasing clout. Now the type of clout is different. So if you want to have a debate,
one thing, Cap, this is what I want to say now. I called you because I got your name in the title and I'm addressing the Hebrews and you the only Hebrew Israelite.
Got my name in the okay, I'm looking at the link now.
Yeah, I got the title. Yeah. And so it's a lot of things that I want to bring up with here today. That's why I'm being a real one calling you up, letting you know I'm transparent with what I'm doing on the show and everything.
I respect that. That's why I didn't have a problem joining your live. I respect that.
Yeah, because if I got a brother's number, why not call him up if I'm speaking on him
Yeah,
and
you
shit?
could have been
You know what I'm
calling me
saying?
though. Like let's like, and that's another.
It wouldn't have
Like,
changed the show. Yeah, you weren't gonna change this live. This was gonna happen whether I called you, didn't call you. So that was
No.
neither
What
here
I'm
nor there.
saying, what I'm trying to say is, you could have been called me. Is what I'm saying. You didn't have to wait until now. You could have been called me. That's all I'm saying.
When? No, I called you when I saw the interview that you did on.
But I think that conversation we had was like months ago, right? That might have been like last year.
Right, and it just came back up because I was like, damn, he's over here saying he's that guy when he never did. Guy. But look, that's if you ain't fought everybody, you can't say that. You know what I'm saying?
Cap. That's
you can't say that.
I fought everybody that I've fought, I've beaten. So I can say that I've been doing this.
You didn't beat Polite, and even though he's a pedophile, he was whipping up on y'all. He was whipping up on y'all.
You definitely the minority on that one.
Well, check this out.
Yeah, what's up?
Check this out, right? I ain't gonna lie though. I know for a fact you do not want to debate me, Captain Tazaryach. You don't want it, man.
Well, you gotta give
we'll
me,
see.
Well, when we got off the phone, the subject you brought up was something about we get something from the doggone tribe about the whole African thing. That's kind of where we left off at.
Well, yeah, I got some receipts today that I'm gonna present. I don't know if you may still be here for them, but one of the things that I brought up though was like when it come to clout chasing, I don't think Jesus was clout chasing or that he was trying to be around up in rappers' videos, rocking their shirts, like trying. You could still distinguish Christ from. Now, look, I'm not saying as you.
I don't have no rappers' videos on, no rappers' t-shirts on them.
Listen, I'm not accusing you of anything.
You just made a statement, though. You said he don't be up in rappers' videos. I ain't been in no rappers' video.
Right, so if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it then. That's all I'm saying. My bad on that.
I just want to make sure we try to stay.
Right,
I was with Genuine, though.
Keep it clarified because we don't want to put that on you that ain't true. So check it out, right? Here's one thing I will say, right? Is God gonna come back and punish the white people that's been oppressing the Israelites one day because of what they doing to us?
Yeah, that's what the Bible says.
Why would God be mad at them if he told them to do it to us because we weren't doing right? We weren't following God, so he used them to punish us. So if God wanted them to do that because Israel was not acting right, why would he be mad at them and punish them for being obedient to him?
Okay, you ready for the answer? Like this is why you can't mess with me like that. So this is Isaiah 47:6. It says, I was wroth with my people. And it's going to say exactly what you're saying. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand, which is what you just said. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou verily laid thy yoke, and thou hast said, I shall be a lady forever. So thou did not layest these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. So yes, we did fall in for our disobedience. But as I just read in the Bible, that's why. The Lord, and if I was to go even further, like in Romans the 9th chapter, when he says, for this same purpose have I raised thee up. The Lord can do whatever he wants to do.
That's your answer, so the Lord can say, hey, go punish them people because they ain't listening to me. Then say, you punish them people, I'm going to fuck you up. Because he the Lord, he can just do that shiesty stuff like that, huh?
Well, you were asking about the Bible. I just answered you according to the Bible. Now, you just don't like that I could answer you within the Bible.
I'm just saying, it's crazy that white people are going to be punished by God for doing what he told them to do.
But did I just read in the Bible the answer to your question?
I don't understand the answer. Expound on it. How does it make... Okay, the part that I'm getting wrong is this. How does it make white people wrong if they're obedient to God, if he wanted them to do this to you and they did
I just read to you why. He said, thou didst show them no mercy.
But God didn't want them to show us mercy, though, because God...
Then why would we read, okay, if God didn't want them to show no mercy, while we're reading, thou didst show them No mercy.
But I've heard Hebrews stand out there and say they threw our babies, the alligators beat us and all that because we turned back from Yahweh Shah. That meant that everything we went through was a result of us shouldn't have turned away from God. And even when these people didn't show us no mercy, God continued to let them to be merciless for us for hundreds or more years, even up to now, still merciless. If they're showing no mercy, then why don't he just stop it and say, you know what, y'all doing too much now. I just wanted you to whoop their ass in medium mode and you doing it in high mode. Because, you know, it's levels to beating their ass. You can beat it a mild, medium, or high. And you saying they went high, but God wanted a medium ass whooping. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna try to answer again with the Bible and then give you an answer. So this is 2 Corinthians 10:4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations is everything that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Verse 6, and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Black folk problem is they looking for someone to save them without requiring them changing their lives. They don't want to change, so they still want to get high. They still want to fornicate. They still want to commit every single sin that they can, and then want this God to come and redeem them. And it don't work like that. The way it works is when our obedience is fulfilled, then you'll see some action from the Most High. It's that simple. It's almost like a father. Father will...
Okay, I got it. I get it. Let me ask a question. If God's saying if we be obedient, then everything will work out for us. But the people that God got oppressing us, they not even obedient to God though.
They was never told to be obedient. Psalms 147, 19 and 20
Oh my God. So listen, why is God requiring obedience of his children, but he's not requiring the people that he put to punish us to be obedient to him? So he's letting, that's crazy.
This is a very easy answer. If a father has children, he gives his children rules. He tells them what's going to happen. If you sell drugs, you're going to jail. He don't want them to go to jail. He don't want the police to arrest them. That's why he's warning them of what will happen. And then those children disobey their father. And then the cops arrest them. The cops shoot them. The cops lock them up and put them in jail. Now, to the people that is influencing them, he's not telling them not to do it because those are not his children.
I thought the law was to the inhabitants of the earth, period, though.
Yeah, you have to read that. That ain't in the Bible. You would have to show me that.
So when God say thou shalt not kill, that don't go for every human?
Well, thou shalt not kill is a universal principle. But an example of an example of what we should eat, what we should not eat, that's for us. Who we should marry, who we should not marry, that's for us. What God we should serve, that's for us. We out here, if you ask 10 black people, they're going to give you 10 different gods.
When you talk about who we should marry and who we shouldn't, Solomon had like over 500 wives of all different races and skin tones. He was he
sinned. The problem with Solomon, when Solomon married white women that were not Israelites, the number of wives he had did not matter. It was when he started marrying Edomites, Moabites, Africans, when he started marrying outside of his race. I mean, you say, oh my God, you might want to know what the Bible means, because there's niggerizing and then there's knowing the Bible. So this is 1 Kings 11:1. But King Solomon loved many strange women together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in unto them, neither shall they come in unto you, for they shall turn your heart away from and go after their gods. That was Solomon's sin. And that sin divided the nation of Israel. So back to what I just said. A black person marry a white person in America, that's cool. We do it. A black person marrying a Chinese person, that's cool. We do it. But God said not to do it. And so we don't want accountability. We're like them spoiled ass kids that don't want to listen to their parents, but still want their parents to bless them.
Question. Can different races of people go to heaven?
You don't die and go to heaven or hell.
Okay, where does your God of the Bible dwell at?
He dwells in what we would call the heavens.
Does any of his followers actually gonna follow him to heaven eventually?
When you die, you sleep. When you die, your spirit rests.
I get
until
it.
It's time to.
And
until
then
it's
one.
time to
Okay.
be born. I'm be quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your spirit. When you die, your spirit separates from your flesh. Your spirit rests until it's time to be born back in this plane. Then when you see these babies born, that's the old spirit being attached to a new physical body.
Okay, so Hebrews don't believe that you will ever go to heaven or hell. You just keep coming back to the earth, right?
Israelites believe that our heaven will be here on earth. Just
okay.
Like the white man had.
I got you.
Right, just like the. Right. So like even Christ's prayer said, "Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth."
Yeah. And I understand that. And now when Yahweh Shah establishes the earth kingdom, the souls that then follow his will, will they be able to access that kingdom, or only those faithful Hebrews that follow the orders of Yahweh Shah?
So according to the scriptures, those that endure to the end, they'll have a certain time of reign with Christ. The other Israelites will die. The other Israelites will die with the other nations, but then they'll be born into. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's what I'm saying, because you're saying that, yeah, the good ones will be able to ball out with Christ, but the bad ones going to be reincarnated into like the heathen, non-favored groups, basically. Like,
now, I wouldn't say they would still be above a heathen. But like 2 Timothy 2:20 says, in every house there's vessels of gold and silver and wood and earth, some to honor, some to dishonor. So those that are disobedient, they would be the ones that would be the least in the kingdom. Even Christ said that. In Matthew 5:19, Christ said, "Whosoever break the least commandment and teach men so shall be least in the kingdom of heaven."
Okay, so now let me ask you this. So let's say that you got a brown-skinned Hebrew that's blaspheming God, disobedient, working with the white man, but you got this white guy that's willing to put his life on the line for the God of the Bible and going all out being obedient for him. Because what you just said is basically the hierarchy in God's kingdom is based on obedience and not skin tone. So my question would be, if there's a white man that's obedient and doing everything that you just said, will he go to Christ over that black disobedient man?
So I just want to back up a little bit. I said the law was given to Israel. The Bible is the history and testament for Israelites. So it doesn't matter what an individual white guy does or individual Arab does. It wasn't for them. Just like we had to pay for what we did, they have to pay for what they and their ancestors have done. So there's nothing that a white man can do that can get him.
But what they did was what God told them to do, to beat us up, punish us, and all that, right?
That's irrelevant. So if I was to use a mirror event, according to the Bible in the book of Exodus, the Lord raised Pharaoh up just to destroy him and still slaughtered the firstborn of everything in Egypt. Because a God can do what he wants. Like a lot of y'all, when y'all think about the Most High,
it's crazy.
Thinking like
a fair and honest judge. What he say he was equal.
Fair and honest judge.
That's not really fair though. Like, it's shiesty. It's saying, I'm gonna make you evil, then I'm gonna punish you for being evil. That's what the government doing to black people, Tazaryach. They making us criminals. They raising us to be street-minded and gangsters, and they locking us away.
White people are not making us criminals. We're choosing to be criminals instead of obeying the Most High. I would never give, like, that's the problem.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. No, I know where you about to go with that, but there is a system to fill up these prison beds. It's called a school to prison pipeline.
Yeah, I don't.
So if you agree, that's all I'm saying. That's all I was saying.
This statement: I would never put the white man on a God level.
I don't either.
Right. So I'm gonna help you out and show you.
But I know that your God put the white man on a level to beat y'all up, though. He put him up there, though. Me and you didn't.
No,
but
he didn't even. Didn't
your God put the white man over your people till they get right? Ain't they ruling over us right now? What?
Let me answer.
So why do we need to be saved from them if they ain't? Okay, this is crazy.
Let me answer. First of all, the scriptures say the kingdom of heaven cometh without observation, meaning we not looking for the kingdom. You're supposed to go and occupy to gather the kingdom. I would never put the white man on such a God level that he controls my morality. If I'm gonna use,
I'm not saying that. No one's saying that.
No, you saying that when you say the white man is making us get into the prisons, the white man is making us.
You taking what I'm saying out of context. So let me clarify what I'm saying so you don't misrepresent it like that real quick, and it'll only take a minute so we can move forward. What I'm saying is there is a systematic attack to corrupt.
I agree with that.
Okay, now listen. I'm saying that a child don't got to fucking fall for that, because just because we know the enemy set traps don't mean we got to walk into them. I'm with you on that. I'm just saying.
So I'm about to get the biggest problem. The biggest problem we have with that is who we look up to in leadership. If people, y'all may not like to hear this, but if y'all followed the Israelites, we wouldn't be drug dealers. We wouldn't be murderers. We wouldn't be thieves. We wouldn't be stealing. We'd be worshiping God the way he said. And our moral.
But there are Hebrews that sell dope, though.
I don't know no Hebrews that sell dope. If I could just make a quick statement. When I be saying Israelites primarily, I'm talking about ISUPK. I can't speak for every Israelite that's out there because I'm not in that organization. So there would be no drug dealing, wouldn't be no homosexuality, wouldn't be no pedophilia, wouldn't be none of those things, because we would be following the laws of God. Now, that's us taking the power back from this oppressor. Does this white man have all these provisions? Donald Trump about to bring that dumbass stop and frisk back. There's all different kinds of provisions put in place. But if we loved our brother as ourselves, like Christ said, the problems in our community wouldn't be as great as we think they are. Because during Jim Crow, we still had the white man on our neck, but we had black communities. We had black families. We had a family. We had a mother in the house and a father in the house. And it was leadership that thought that integration was correct. And just think about what we just read about Solomon. When Solomon ended married, he started worshiping those other gods, tore the kingdom up. Imagine if we never integrated. Our families would still be together.
I don't think that. I think y'all are looking for a boogeyman that don't exist. Like, you're trying to convince me that integration is the big bag boogeyman, right? And I just beg to differ. I think that grown ass men believing in fairy tales and mythologies is our problem. If you look at our enemies, Tazaryach, they're not religious. But when you look at our people, we all get behind some book, some scripture, some mythology, some sky daddy. I believe that we should stop believing. Either you know some shit or you don't. And the men who know it should lead us, and the men who don't should shut the fuck up with their belief systems. I think that our problem is we got a bunch of niggas yelling on street corners religious doctrines versus being quiet inside of our own little secret lodges and stuff, plotting as a people what we trying to do. You got all of these buildings like the ISUPK, the Moors, the 5%ers. Ain't none of these buildings being used for black people to covertly discuss how we gonna move in a secret location and really do anything militant to try to combat our enemy. All of these buildings and institutions is being used to create more niggas believing in fairy tales and talking snakes and bullshit and being sticks on the corner. Now, guess what, yo? I'm just saying that I beg to differ. I think that the people who pray the most suffer the most because what we praying to don't exist. It ain't never served us. We need to get up off our knees and stand up on our feet. And when we stand up on our feet, it shouldn't be to stand up on a street corner and yell at our own people to wait on some God to come save us. Because that's all y'all doing. You saying that if everybody was Hebrews, it'll be so good. But if everybody was Hebrews, we'll just all be occupying all these street corners dressed like a biker gang, yelling at people instead of being productive. And if the end goal of the Hebrews is just to wait on God to come back and save everything, then why would everybody need to be Hebrews? That means everybody just gonna start waiting instead of getting busy. It's a Tarian group. Y'all on standby. And if everybody become part of your group, we just gonna become an idle people. And by the way, I believe that another thing Hebrews can do is promote some sort of fitness and PC. Real talk, because it's a lot of fat Hebrews, brother. But I'm going to fall back right there. That's part of our loving our people and loving ourselves. Fitness.
Everything that I said, you could tell it went right over your head. Because what I said required us to do something. I didn't even say nothing about God. I showed how integration destroyed black people. Our desire, we love white people and what they provide more than we love ourselves.
Is King James white?
No, but I just want to finish. So now we love the white man and we love America far more than we love black people. How do I know? Because from the time of Martin Luther King up until now, all we have been doing is trying to fit into a system that was never built for us. But before Martin Luther King and civil rights, inside that same system is the greatest cities of black people that ever existed. And we was not trying to integrate. During Jim Crow, all them HBCUs and colleges was built during Jim Crow. All the great cities that we talk about, Seneca Village, Rosewood, Paradise, or wherever you want to talk about, was built during segregation. And then we desired the white dollar, the white food, the white clothes, the white everything, and then devalued ourselves. And so during this time that we in now, you have black men that are tired of us living in a system that is clearly destroying us. The black man ain't in the home. The black woman is a single mother. That's because of integration. Before integration, if anybody don't believe me, look up the stats. 1964, we was becoming the #1 household in America, and that was the threat.
What about those white boys in y'all camps, though, real quick?
If I could just, we could talk about that as soon as I finish this part. And we was becoming the #1 household, and that's the threat. When the family is together, because what can you do with the family? You could generationally pass down an inheritance. Now, what do we pass down generationally? Drug abuse, single parent homes, to where right now women glorify if they got more than one baby daddy. Fathers glorify, I ain't got to stick around, where we putting our people on child support. So again, that moral authority that we lost is why you see black men on a corner. And when we're on the corner, you know why we on the corner? Because the drug dealer is on the corner. The alcoholic is on the corner. The women wearing clothes that you can see all of their curves and stuff like that, that's on the corner. So what you're saying is that we shouldn't be on the corner and talk about the conditions of black people. We should go into a building. Well, we got buildings. And you know,
I didn't say that about no building. You said that.
I didn't say that. You said you just got finished saying we should be in a building strategizing instead of on the corner telling everybody our plan. That's what you just said.
That ain't what I said. That is not what I said, bro. That is not what I said. I can tell you what I said right now, and it only take 10 seconds. What I said was all of these institutions, the Hebrews, the Moors, all of these buildings that we got, we're not using them to strategically unite our people. We are debating on whose Sky Daddy is real, who got the right damn book to lead our people, the Hebrew God or the fucking Kemet God. And we out here basically trying to recruit versus unite. And each group is out there recruiting like the military, like the army. And that was my point, bro. Okay, you like to misrepresent.
Go ahead. What you said exactly what I'm saying, and that's a lie. I've never had a debate in my school. But in my school, 2279 3rd Ave, Harlem, New York, that's where brothers do come. That's where sisters do come. And we have class, and we do what you said, we do the strategizing. You know the problem? Black people don't want to come to class and strategize because they too busy getting high. They too busy worried about Trump. They too busy worried about an election. Y'all don't want to correct yourself.
I disagree with that. And let me say this here. I'm gonna say it. Okay, go ahead.
Wait, because you keep. Now I'll let you go on for like 5 minutes uninterrupted.
We both been going back and forth, brother.
Not
go
this
ahead.
last time. The last time I'll let you get it all out.
But you just stopped though. You just stopped. That's why I interjecting. Go ahead.
I've been letting you go.
Yeah.
Now, I appreciate it, brother. Y'all don't want to change. But I know from my experience, I've been doing this since 2010. And since 2010, we have had schools and we tell brothers, and feel this part, we tell brothers, you ain't got to even come in and be an Israelite first. That Muslim, that 5%, that atheist, whatever it is, you can come and we could just start by just pulling our resources together. And then we can work out, okay, well, I believe this, I believe that. That whole debating and stuff like that, which is interesting because that's what you want to do. You want to debate. That's interesting. That whole debating stuff, that's because
you changing the subject without letting me get in, but okay.
I tell you, go ahead, brother. Because I remember everything that you say, but you can't. So go ahead, brother.
No, this just gonna be to one of your points. The reason I want to debate you is because you just was in an interview dropping that's like a fighter saying I'm the best fighter in the league. Somebody who ain't never fought him, who said, you know what, I was scheduled to fight him and I didn't cancel it. I don't know why they canceled it, but he's saying he the man and I never got my match at him and they team something happened. It didn't we didn't fight. So now I'm saying, listen, if you want to say you the best, fight me, then you can say it because you didn't fight everybody. That's fair though, because I'm in the community too, and me and you ain't got it on. So if you beat me, then you can say, yep, I got them all. Now even that undefeated one too, that be beating everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was saying.
No problem. So I do beat everybody. I can't help it if, like, I don't know where the fall off came from our conversation. Like I said, I don't remember a debate being part of the conversation. We was talking about something else. No problem. And again, so all y'all, if you go back to that conversation, I guarantee it was over a year ago, because I think when you called me, like, because I don't delete no messages, I think even the text, when I sent it, matter of fact, when we talked, it was, when I first got your number, I texted you, it was Thursday, March 2nd, 2023. I said, this is Captain Tazaryach. You never responded to that message. So that was March.
That's crazy.
March of 2023 that we spoke.
Y'all gonna get this.
So it took you over a year. It took you over a year and a half to get the heart to talk to me.
That's crazy. Damn, you be capping for real, dog. You know what's so crazy about this, y'all?
Wait.
Hold on, wait, bro. You really, bro, this is amazing. Let me tell you what happened. Okay, my turn to talk now, right? Captain Tazaryach, check this out, right? Sarnetta was the man setting up the debate. If you message me and then call me, that's a red flag right there. I ringed your line. I didn't text message you. So if I didn't get your text message, that's my bad. But you sure didn't make no attempts to ever contact me again after that.
Because I don't
now listen.
Again.
Okay, because you cutting in with me now. But what I'm saying is, Sarnetta was the man setting that up. It was through his platform. So I don't even know why it even matter if I receive your little text.
I don't think you should blame either one of us.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying.
The first thing you said was I was running. That's what you said. But
all I know is this. We supposed to debate it.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I don't think neither one of us should blame either one. If Sarnetta is the mediator,
I ain't blaming nobody.
Say, hey, stop. Yes, you said I was running. You can't say I'm running and then say you ain't blaming me.
Guess what I'm saying? I'm not blaming you from running. I'm just calling it what it is. That ain't a blame. That's just me saying you running.
So let me tell you something. It's been a lot of cats that said I run and I beat them all.
Well, beat me then. We're gonna set it up. Are we gonna debate? Are we gonna debate?
Yeah, I just said all we need is a subject, because now here's how I like the debate. I like a debate where we both have an offense and a defense. So you have something that you can attack and defend. I have something that I can attack and defend. We work on a subject. We can have a debate. It ain't that deep.
Listen, man. This how a debate go, bro. We come up with a title. You argue for against the title, and I argue for against the title, and the people vote on who made the best argument. That's a big. It ain't no give you something to attack, because guess what? You got to find something to attack. That's part of you being a good debater. See, because when the debate gets set up,
saying, man,
okay, cool. Well, as long as we agree with that, we good. Cool.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of coming up with a subject. But I wouldn't want a subject where I don't get to. I wouldn't want to handicap you and you only defending what I'm saying and vice versa. So all I'm saying is all we need is the subject, and I'm gonna whoop your ass. That's
well,
it.
look, the thing is, the debate title is just gonna be Captain Tazaryach versus Bro Sanchez, and it's gonna have 3 main arguments that I'm gonna go, and one gonna be the fact that y'all are a sex ring, which I'm finna get to that topic right now, because you brought up single mothers, and I think that's hypocritical. Let me ask you.
We are what? You said we are
a sex ring. Now listen.
SEX ring?
This shit right here, yeah, buddy. Yeah. Now watch this. Let me tell you why I say that, right?
Hey, just for the record, I got a 6:30 cutoff, so that's about 12 minutes, if that's cool.
Okay,
this was
cool.
on the fly too. Before you go, Sanchez, that's a lot of respect I show. You call me on the fly, I'm packing. No, let me just tell you my
facts,
look at my floor. That's all orders I'm packing right now. So I stopped all of that. I stopped my business so I can, come into your live stream. So I just want to point that out.
And you know what? That earned you a lot of respect on our side. Even though it was a passionate bill, I do respect you to the utmost. And even though I be roasting the Hebrews costumes and the fat shit, I will never go into calling y'all out of your names and being like personal attacking or no shit like that. It's just good humor and all that. But check this out,
Tazaryach. Cool. I'm gonna whip your ass too. It's cool.
Okay, guess what? We're gonna set it up, and I know Sarnetta gonna be happy to hear this too. I'm gonna leave you with this because this is gonna be
I want to get this sex ring because your chat saying I'm running from the sex ring, so I need to see what this sex ring is.
Yeah, because that one is gonna. Now check this out. This a yes or no question. Can your particular group of Hebrew Israelites have multiple wives?
Yes.
Do y'all go and get married at the courthouse? Because I know we can't do polygamy in America. So how y'all making them a wife instead of it's just a bunch of women you having sex without a wedlock?
Okay, so I'm going to answer the question. So you can't have more than one marriage government contract of marriage in America. You're correct in that. But that does not mean that according to the Bible, if I have a ceremony or don't have a ceremony, but if I court a woman, and we establish that we're going to be husband and wife, in the eyes of God, that is my wife. I don't need America to substantiate my relationship, nor to establish it. And what we can also do is, because most women be worried about security, you can also just draw up a contract for the woman, just like you would draw up a contract for anything. So we don't need the government to validate our marriage. And here's what's so disgusting about saying that you got to have a marriage contract. Nobody gets a marriage contract for all the sex that they have in America. That's the real. Y'all the sex ring. We are not the sex ring. You know how you know we're not the sex ring? Y'all believe you're not married until you get a marriage certificate.
No, I believe you married when you have sex with a person. I believe y'all become one when y'all exchange.
So what's the argument then?
Because here's my thing right here.
Wait, let me ask you a question before
I'm going to tell you what. Okay, go ahead.
Do you believe that we can have more than one wife or just one wife?
Listen, I believe that men can have more than one wife, but I also believe it in reverse. Listen to me, that those women can have more than one husband. Now listen to me. See what I'm saying? Now watch this. Hold on. Wait a minute, dog. Let me tell you what a sex ring is. Niggas past, think about this, right? The government got some in law with the marriage license to where once you marry a woman legally, it's hard to get out of it. That's why they say it's cheaper to keep her. Now that right there is a measure in play to make sure we just ain't having multiple partners and going from house to house and all that. Now I've heard you say you got a bunch of different wives. They all live in different houses. And you said the reason your different wives live in different houses because it'll be kind of chaotic, it's kind of crazy, some of that nature. I'm saying if this was natural, then why would you have to keep your women in different houses, bro? If this was something natural and you a man and a leader and an organizer, you should be able to have all of your children under one roof. Because if you got one of them women pregnant in one house and the other pregnant in the other house, that's kind of like the single mamas that you talking about, where one nigga going from house to house checking on all his baby mamas and shit like that. I mean, I don't look at it no different than that. I know niggas that do that and they ain't Hebrews. I'm just saying.
Okay, so I don't see where a sex ring on our side, but I do see a sex ring on your side.
You don't know my sexual life though, so
no,
you
I'm
can't
saying,
talk about me.
Wait, no. I said a sex ring on your side. I do know your position is a man can have multiple wives, and so can a woman. It's damn near homosexual.
Equality.
It's damn near homosexual to sleep with another man's woman. Let me get the fellas an eye opener. When you go kiss that woman, you just kiss that man. When you go inside that woman, you just went inside that man. If you eat that woman's vagina, you tasting that man that she was just with. You put your rod in her.
What make you think that when you kiss one of your wives, you ain't?
Why I can't finish? Why I can't finish?
When you
go inside that woman and she was just with another nigga, you rubbing with sperm.
We know that, man. We know that. And so my thing to respond to that is,
why you cut me off?
Oh, you started laughing. I thought the laugh meant you was done.
I'm laughing, but I want to finish.
I got a quick question for this. No, this don't hurt me because my sexual life don't acquire me to get into that. My thing is this right here, though.
But you made a statement, though.
No, listen. That don't mean that's my. I believe if a man brother, let me get this out because you tripping now.
But you interrupted me, though.
No, but listen. I'm doing it because you misrepresented my statement. And by the way, you said you had to go, and my audience are right. You running from this sex ring question. The mic wasn't on you. It was about me asking you about this sex ring stuff, and you making it hard for me to do. You acting weird on this subject. Now let me ask you something real quick, bro. You're trying to make it like you know my sexual life. I know yours because you keep talking about it. I want to know why all of your wives in different houses and they can't be around each other. Why you choose to keep your horses in different stables, so to speak, like the pimps do. They got all of their hoes in different rooms and shit, and they check up on them and do all that. Now, and what you brought up about the women swapping sperm and all that, how do you know one of your Hebrew wives ain't giving head right now and about to come kiss you the next day? So that was funny, but it don't apply to me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the more women you got, the more chances one of them can be cheating, and I don't think that all of these women gonna be really cool with sharing themselves with one man. They might be sneaking, getting some more Hebrew cock on the side. So, I mean, what I see with the Hebrew camps is y'all pass around women. One nigga say, I ain't with this wife no more, and she'll go to another Hebrew, and ain't none of y'all using protection and condoms. And I've heard Hebrews say, I gave one of my wives away. That's human trafficking right there. Sending a woman to another man for purposes of eroticism, sex, and all that. So listen, I'm going to fall back right there. But you acting weird with this conversation, though, Cap. I ain't going to lie, though, but go ahead.
The only one weird is you. You said, I believe. When I responded, I wasn't responding to your personal life. That's you windmilling because you took a position that I obliterated. I obliterated sleeping with a woman that you know has multiple partners. And when I said it's borderline homosexual.
But you don't know.
See how you interrupting again? I'm not talking about you personally. I just said that. I'm talking about what you believe. It's brothers that believe that a man can have more than one wife, but they don't have more than one wife. It's not something that you have to do. But if you say you believe something and I'm speaking to what you believe, you shouldn't get offended. You didn't see me get offended by nothing that you said. But when I said that was homosexual and brought them facts out about putting your rod where a man just nutted in, that is homosexual. That's what I said. And you got in your feelings. Because remember, you said...
No, I ain't been in my feelings.
I ain't interrupted me again. I sat here like this.
No, I'm just saying I ain't in my feelings. It's all good.
I'm gonna come on. You said I'm gonna go lean back, and you got it.
I'm just letting you know that I went in my feelings, bro. I just thought that why are we talking about gay niggas right now? Hebrews like to talk about gay shit. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
Just like you could talk about our uniforms, I didn't care.
But gay dudes popped in your mind for some reason, though.
I'm getting interrupted again. I'm telling you why I said it.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Before I said it, I said, let me give you fellas an eye opener. When you sleep with another man's woman, let me give you an eye opener so you can know how nasty it is. Because, and I said it's borderline homosexual because it is. And that's fact. We don't believe that a woman can have more than one man. But we also don't throw women away. You cannot sleep with a woman and then say, okay, you're no longer my wife no more. Christ said the only divorce is adultery. So if the woman commits adultery, then you can divorce her. But if she's not committing adultery, you stay with her. Then you said, why do I have my wives in multiple stables? Good analogy. Have them in different stables like a pimp. First of all, I'm not a pimp because I take care of my wives. Pimps sell their women. Pimps make their women go and do all the work. That's not how I function. This business I have was started with my wife coming up with the idea. I created and ran with it. My women that have children with me, did not even have to work. So when I say that I don't have my women together, that's just my prerogative. Some brothers do. There is no law that says that, no law in the Bible anyway, that says that all of your wives have to stay in the same place. But all of my wives communicate with each other, talk to each other. My children upstairs, they all go get and meet and greet. So it's not a thing of they don't get along or they got issues or complaints. That don't exist in my life. I don't have that issue in my life. This is just what works better for me. And even more sweeter is because I travel. Like I was just in Chicago. I got a family out there in Chicago. So while I'm out there doing the work of the Lord, it's not a Rolling Stone. I mean, they fun. Listen, my longest relationship is 24 years. 24. I got a relationship of 24, 14. There ain't no such thing as a Rolling Stone. Now, you ask the niggas in the world that's just fucking their women and throwing them away if they got 24-year relationship. That's my longest.
Let me know when I can speak.
You good?
No, I don't want to cut you off. You still going?
I mean, you keep saying you don't want to cut me off, but you keep talking. You the only one bothered. I'm not bothered.
I'm not, bro. Why you keep saying I'm bothered? I'm letting you speak. Because I don't want to cut you off.
A man is making a heavy point and the other man got to interrupt him and say, let me just point something out in clarity. They bothered about what the other person said.
I didn't say that. I said, let me know when I can speak, bro. That's all I said. And I stopped and let you keep going. Why you acting petty, Cap? We cooler than that. Now, chill out, man. The only thing I said was, let me know when you're done so I can speak. That's it. Relax. Check this out.
Sanchez, we can have one more exchange because I know when you talk, I'm gonna want to talk, but it is 6:30. But I'm gonna give wait for one more exchange.
Okay. Because I want to talk about this sex ring thing, man. Because it's a lot of holes in what you saying. You're dancing. You ain't really. Now think about this. You brought up the homo stuff, talking about women giving two men head and then some crazy stuff that was just smoke screen and throw off the real fact, right? That what y'all doing ain't no different than a pimp saying, I take care of my women. I'm a provider. I got women in different states. When I'm in this state, I check on that women. Boom, boom, boom. No different than the rapper that's saying, I'm on tour and I got a hoe in every city and I go over there. I got a child over here, a child, and they've been hitting them women for years. Yes, Solomon had all of his concubine for years, man. Longevity don't make it. Like Hugh Hefner had some of his playmates living with him for fucking years. They grew old with him. So my thing is, it don't change the fact that you're spreading yourself thin, and I don't think our problem as a people is creating more black families. I think it's creating quality black families. We don't have a problem reproducing ourselves. We dropping babies. You got women all over the place, man. Niggas is out here fucking, and you know it. We some fly guys, black men. Let's go on say it. And so my thing is the fact that we can even practice polygamy and have women all around the world that we think is just faithful to me while I'm gone and she ain't doing nothing to nobody else. And I know that if I'm not there for 6 months, when I get there, I can go up in this woman and it's still clean. She's still preserving herself for me. I'm telling you, you are a man that your situation requires a lot of trust. Let's just say that. And and you know, you can't prove none of your women ain't doing none of they is doing something. But everything you said, right, when you not going to that woman's house for 6 months and you pop up and kiss her in the mouth, I'm just saying you don't know if what she was doing before that is what I'm saying, brother. So I think that every man that's out there dating is at the mercy of the fact that women get freaky, men get freaky. If you gonna meet up with a woman and kiss her, you don't know what she just did with her mouth, and that don't matter if you a Hebrew, a Muslim, or more. You being a Hebrew don't make your ass omitted from that. Like, cause I'm a Hebrew, my women ain't doing nothing. Like, that was crazy, and it was a waste of time to even go into that. Then to act like I'm getting triggered by it when you know I'm getting triggered by the fact that y'all are dating. What's the youngest that a Hebrew can date a woman? Now let's say you a 40-year-old man, right? What's the youngest I can date as a Hebrew in your camping? Real quick, so we can separate you from the other weird Hebrews. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Let's say if a 40-year-old man married a 25-year-old or something like that, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay, can a 40-year-old man marry an 18-year-old Hebrew Israelite?
No, I don't know no record of that. Not in my organization.
Can I be in your organization with 18, one of my wives 18? You thinking too long.
Well, I'm trying to see, when you ask a question like that, I'll be looking at it from an organizational position. So we look at if the 18-year-old is mature. Most 18-year-old girls are not mature enough to do that. So we would probably say no.
Mature means sexually, like
no. Okay. No, mature meaning in the mind. Mature meaning like I don't know what made you think about sex when I said mature.
Because I'm gonna tell you what made me think about it.
Wait, can I just address one thing though? Because I did answer that question. When you said you don't know why, like you went on this whole tangent about trusting a woman, which you're not incorrect. You're absolutely correct. No matter what woman or man you're with, it requires a lot of trust to be in a relationship. But when you say you don't know why I said that, the reason why I said it is because you said you believe that a woman can have multiple husbands. So there isn't, the only thing that you can trust is that if she gets another woman, I'm cool with, another man, I'm cool with it. That's why I was speaking on that. So there ain't no level of trust that we got to discuss because you willingly believe that a woman can have multiple partners, whereas I willingly believe that a woman cannot have multiple partners. So that's why I brought that up. So when you're talking about trust, you don't have to worry about trust from your side because your belief says a woman can do it. So that's why I brought it up.
The reason okay.
Yeah. No, you got it.
Yeah, the reason I think trust works on either side because if you got a woman with a bunch of husbands, then she's saying just like you telling your women, you don't want your women having sex with other men. And that woman with all them husbands don't want her men going to eat out other women's vagina, then coming back and kiss her, just like you don't want your wives giving another nigga head than kissing you. I'm saying in both situations, they both gonna need trust because the woman with all them husbands, she can't keep an eye on them at all the time. Some of her husbands might have sex with another woman. Likewise, some of your wives might be cheating right now. You don't know that. So it requires trust on both sides, bro. That's all I was saying. I just gave you my belief, though. I just gave you my belief. I just gave it to you.
You said you believe that a woman can have more than one man.
I just broke it down. I just said that a woman with multiple husbands still gonna have to trust her multiple husbands like you got to trust your multiple wives. Don't you got to have trust with your wives, Captain Tazaryach? That they don't give no other man sex? Yes or no?
When I first spoke, I said, you're right. It does require trust. It requires trust from me. It requires trust from her.
Now, here's my question, because the mic's still on me. The mic's still on me. I ain't gonna let you do the sleight of hand. Because I didn't ask you the question. The question was, if you require trust to all your wives, a woman with multiple husbands, don't she gotta trust them too, that they don't cheat on her just like you trust your wife?
I would never experience that because I don't.
I know,
believe,
but does she gotta trust him? I'm not asking your experience.
I can't speak for such filth. That's like asking me about a man laying with a man.
That's crazy.
That is absolutely disgusting to even have a conversation.
This a cop out, man. Cut it out,
it's
man. It's a fucking cop out,
being honest.
It's women out there with multiple. Check this out, bro. I'm gonna tell you why that's a cop out, right? I'm gonna tell you why that's because I'm still trying to get to the Hebrews being a sex ring, and you trying to change the we off subject right now.
You brought this back up, man.
You're trying to stay. Drop a one if he running, y'all.
I tell you what. Okay. I'm running.
You don't want to talk about the Hebrews being a sex ring.
At 6:30. I said, this is going to be the last exchange. You go, and then I go. And you chose to bring this up. The floor was yours at that point. You brought this back up. Yeah, at 6:30, when you go back and look at this, at 6:30, I said, I'm going to go past the time. I'm going to give us one more exchange. And the floor was on you. You could have talked about anything, and you chose to talk about this. So, again, I'm going to give you one more shot. The floor is yours. Let's get right to this sex ring. So you can stop saying that I'm running from this sex ring. So that we're going to reset the whole thing. We ain't talk about nothing but the sex ring.
I'm finna ask you a question. Please don't lie about this question, Cap, because you're going to make me get receipts after this, bro. Isn't it true that Hebrews give wives to other Hebrews?
That's not true that I know of. If you know, remember I made the statement earlier, I can only speak for ISUBK. I can't speak for, let's say, if another group that you're aware of that has done that, I'm not in that group to be privy to that information. But I can speak for ISUBK, and we don't do that in ISUBK.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, and salutes to Captain, y'all, regardless of how turned they get. This is what we come from.
This is what debates do. This is what it do. But can we get to the sex ring? Because I'm extending my time.
I got you.
Okay, let's get to the sex ring.
I got you.
You in.
I got you
now. All right.
I got you. Now, a sex ring by my definition, so we can be clear here. A sex ring is a group of individuals that's part of some organized body that share a community of sex partners among that community, and that there's trading and swap, basically. So my thing would be how the Hebrews qualify as a sex ring. It's the fact that y'all are courting. Y'all are a bunch of older guys dating down, collecting a bunch of young, impressionable women with the Bible. And y'all are collecting them, and you're putting them into different houses. You taking your money. You saying my women don't got to work. And what you basically saying is, I'm a 40-year-old dude, right? I got me this little 21-year-old, and she don't got to go to college. She don't got to do that. I got her sitting around making babies for me. And I'm doing this all around the world with a bunch of young women. I think that it's disgusting. I think you can try to use the Bible to justify it. But, and I ain't against polygamy. It's just that, to me, Hebrews give it a bad taste.
Can you do me a favor, Sanchez? Can you say that one more time? A sex ring, the beginning part. Can I hear that beginning part again? When you say
basically, sex ring? Yeah, it's an organized body of individuals that like if you think about Carbon Nation, Nature Boy and them, everybody in that group was having sex with the same people. Now take that and make it bigger. Now you got the Hebrews, where different Hebrew women have went live and said, I used to be married to such and such or Captain such and such, and they'll expose the nigga like he did this, boom, and there'll be some other Hebrew wife now. And I see these young women get passed from captain to captain and shit, like how the record labels pass these female artists around and shit like that in these camps. And now you're a man that's saying, I've been with every wife I got, and I never divorced a wife. I got all my wives. Then, brother, you are a exemption, and that's very rare, is what I'm saying. But when I see these Hebrew dramas unfold, but I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm just gonna say that with all your wives that you got, right? Are you with all of your wives that you started with, or did you have to like divorce one of them or something at some point?
No, I didn't divorce one did leave though. But what you described as a sex ring, is interesting that you say that, because like the Nature Boy example, I would agree with you. Like that's a sex ring because you described it accurately.
So how y'all different than that? Yeah.
I'm gonna answer because you described it accurately, because you said in the Nature Boy thing they was all having sex with each other. In the Israelite community, my wives are mine. In Romans, I think it's First Corinthians, the 7th chapter. I just want to read this. I believe it's First Corinthians. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. I just want to grab this scripture. So it's First Corinthians. Just remember, I did this because I hate when people say the running thing. It says, this is First Corinthians 7:2. It says, nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. So in our community, we don't share wives. So my wives is not gonna go and sleep with somebody. This other brother's wife ain't gonna go sleep with somebody. Like the Nature Boy example that you gave. Your wife is your wife. Your husband is your husband. You don't share. Now, and I can't speak for everything that you're saying as far as the different groups and breaking up and stuff like that, but relationships do end in the Israelite community. But even if a relationship is ended in the Israelite community, they're not going back and having sex with the man that they just left and the new man that they're with. If that relationship ended, that's still not a sex ring by the definition that you gave. The only way it can be a sex ring by the definition that the only way that it could be a sex ring by the definition that you gave is if that same woman is now sleeping with both of them men like you believe. If we was in your belief, then it would be that woman would be able to sleep with multiple men. That's a sex ring. Your lifestyle that you said you find with a man having multiple wives and a woman having multiple husbands, that's a sex ring. But what we have,
you don't know what a sex ring is.
You just read it. You said
I'm gonna tell you something, right? When you said that what separate your group from Nature Boys is that your wives is your wives, I'm saying if that's what separates y'all from Nature Boy, then you hope that's true. You don't have a solid separation from him because your wives may not be your wives. What if one of your Hebrew brothers right now at one of your wives' house right now getting it on in the name of Yahweh Shai? No, I'm just saying.
Can I answer? I want to answer.
If what you're saying true, then you just better hope your wives are your wives. Then y'all won't be like Nature Boy. But I'm assuming that. But listen, according to your own logic, you said Hebrew wives don't just go off and have sex with another man. One of your wives left, and I'm sure she didn't stop having sex. And that's just what I'm saying. These women get passed around. Even if they get passed around a bigger community, it's still the same as Nature Boy. They was in one house. I got another question for you, too. But yeah, you could deal with that before I go to it.
I appreciate it. So, what I love about the Bible is that, like Christ said, the law hinges on two things: to love the Most High with all thy might, soul, and strength, and to love thy brother as thyself. I'll never go through a scenario where an Israelite brother is trying to sleep with my wife. It's so sad that we live in. I know it with 1,000,000% certainty. 1,000,000. I put my rank on it that in the Israelite school of UPK, no brother is ever going to violate another man's woman. That's the beauty of this school. I've been in this school since 2010 and have never had an issue with any brother about a woman or otherwise. It's only been beautiful.
You know, there's a big okay. No, I was just saying, you heard about the big scandal with the Hebrew pastor Dow who taking all his members' wives. Do you stand with him? That's all.
Now, if you say that's a sex ring, I'm going to agree with you.
Right.
See, I'm not going to be a dishonest brother. So, like that McDowell, think about how sex rings come about, and you use Nature Boy. So now we're going to use Dow. What do they usually do? Put them in somewhere isolated, so that they can have one leader control them. That Dow camp, they would bring the women. When you brought up that 18-year-old, they had a video where they was auctioning off their wives. So I'm going to agree with you with that. That's why I said I can only speak for ISUPK on certain things.
Bro, y'all
so
help pay the way for stuff like that, though, Cap.
No, we did not. We didn't authorize. Listen, if you ever watch any of our videos, we'll say these men are trained professionals, and this shouldn't be done by anyone. We put them out to kind of make a distinction, so that because we take this job serious, but we can't control some nut that decides to go off script. Or I don't even know Dow. Dow don't come from our brand, but the Bible is in everybody's hands, so anybody can take the Bible and misuse it. So I'm not going to be dishonest and say that no Israelites do those things. But when you ask me directly, I don't know if one of my Israelite brothers is doing that. I can speak about my brothers because I've been amongst my brothers. I know my brothers. So I can speak to that.